Now we're ready. Welcome to Sonic Alive, episode 2 with me, Chris. Sat beside me.
Whale's vagina.
There you go. Sat beside me is Phil Johnson.
Yes. Hello. Welcome, everyone.
This is our second episode. Last week, very successful.
Yeah, it was really successful, really good fun. We got loads of comments.
Technically, we didn't do any mess ups, so we're quite happy with that.
Yeah.
So this week we're going to again look at some demos. We've got 8 demos.
Yes. 8 demos to look at.
After demos, we're going to spend about half an hour checking out demos, giving advice and tips, and then we've got something very special coming up.
Yeah, we have been working on a project. Some of you may have seen it in the Facebook group, Node, the wave table generator creator. So you can create your own wave shapes and then morph them, do all sorts of crazy stuff. So we'll be looking at that later on.
Okay, very cool. So yeah, if you haven't joined our Facebook group, we have a Sonic Academy discussions group if you want to join that.
Yep, join that. We're on it all the time. There's other people posting stuff. So if you want to find out about what we're up to first, that's probably where things go.
Yeah, we post up there, exclusive and stuff, just engage opinion and chat to people there. Also on our YouTube channel, if you want to subscribe, you tap the bell button.
Yeah, and if you want to ask us any questions about our products, Anna, if you have any issues with it or you want us to show you anything, we can do that during this show. We're not going to be doing a Fix My Mix this show to leave a bit of room for Node, but we also will have time then to do any, if you want to look at any of the features in Anna and us to explain anything or Cake or any of that type of stuff, we're more than happy to oblige. So drop in the comments just any questions you have about any of that stuff or anything about the site or anything at all about anything. So
yeah, guys, we get on the chat. We'll be monitoring the chat. Brian's in next door doing a sterling job of making sure everything's running fine.
Yep.
And he will be posting on the chat and sending it into me. We'll try and answer any questions. What we're going to discuss first, we're going to have a little bit of a waffle first. And I was chatting with Phil earlier this week about studio gear. I remember last week we talked about buying all this hardware and you didn't use it.
Yeah.
And it got me thinking, I was going, what was the worst piece of studio gear you ever bought? And I probably bought quite a bit of it.
Quite a bit.
So we'd love to know in the chat what's the worst piece of studio gear you've bought, or not even worse, but what did you buy thinking this is going to change your life and it didn't, and it was just it just sat there gathering dust.
I mean, it's not the worst studio gear, but I remember when we had. When we originally started, it was all analog. We had the big analog desk and all that stuff, and we eventually moved to the Mackie 8 bus. You had that,
yeah.
And when I switched studios, we used to have loads of hardware synths and all that stuff. And then we switched studios, and I got a G4 Mac and decided to do everything in the box. But the computers just weren't ready, the software wasn't ready, and you just couldn't do it all in the box.
No,
it was just a nightmare. And I just really because we sold everything and then bought all digital. We're gonna go all in the box, but it just at the time it just did not work. What year was that? 2002.
I remember. I've got the receipt. I was cleaning out the studio about 3 months ago, and I found the original receipt for our studio, and it was £35,000 we bought the studio for.
That was the one in the garage?
That was the one in the garage. And we sold, that was probably about 99, 2000, and we sold it 3 years later.
Yeah, for $8,000.
No, it was 3.5. It was ridiculous. And there was a 303 and everything in there, and the digital 8 bus. It was just awful.
Yeah,
but
hardcore.
In that was one of the worst pieces of gear I'd ever bought. 2 pieces was, you bought one as well. We bought this thing called DVD RAMs, which were big. They were big cassettes, old 8-track cassettes.
Discs inside a cassette. They were DVDs, weren't they?
They were DVDs, and it was a writable DVD. You could apparently back up 5-6 gig of data.
It wasn't 5. It was 500 meg.
Oh, was that what it was?
It was the size of it. Was it? I know it was. Oh yeah, it was 4 gigs.
Whatever's on a DVD.
That's right. Yeah.
And the thing never worked, and it was just these big. And the discs were really expensive. And I also bought, and we were talking about this earlier. I remember Robbie coming in going, we have to get an access virus. Everyone in Transworld's got an access virus. And I went,
what did you get instead?
I bought a Waldorf Q, and it was dreadful.
I got the mini Q, and it was just... I'm sure if you got one now, it'd probably be an okay synth, but it just didn't have a decent super saw or anything.
It was just
And
unworkable.
Mine, I just had no clue how to use it.
I know, and it was just this tiny screen with just numbers and no instruction, man. It was just so cumbersome, and I never ever used one sound from that synth in one track that was released, and it just sat there and was just like.
I think I used it in one remix that we did, like maybe we were doing remixes for Dave Pierce at the time. I think I used it in one, and that was it, like literally one sound.
And what's the worst piece of gear you've ever bought?
Well, either that or at the time I had a TC Parkour.
What was that? That was like
TC Parkour's like, it was the sort of it sort of came out around the same time as the UAD. So the original UAD was PCI card.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had a PCI Parkour, and then I also had the Firewire Parkour.
You did.
And I got the virus. I was like, yes, I'm getting a virus. Finally getting a virus. It was only 200 quid, like, you know, and the real virus was like, you know, 1,500 quid. But what I didn't know, it was only the virus B. It wasn't like the virus C with the hypersaw and stuff in it. So it just went and I was just I was like, it must be. I was just like going through it, going, where do you find the thing? Where's the super saw? You know, where's that big? Everyone had been telling me, you know, you have to get a virus, you have to get a virus, you have to get a virus.
Everyone was saying that. And I was totally arrogant at the time, going, well, if everyone's using it, I'm not going to be using it. I was just, what a douche. Like, honestly, what a total knobber.
I know.
So, yeah, look, in the comments, put down the worst piece of gear you bought. Not just the piece of gear you really regret buying. And we have a competition, and we'll pick a winner, £50 voucher. To the person we pick randomly.
Yeah,
it's just a random thing.
We think is the best comment, I suppose.
Any
comments yet?
We've got comments. Let me see. We have Darude is present.
Darude, hello, Darude.
Hello. Excited about the new plugin we've been talking about. Somebody saying San Diego. Anna 2 FX and CMD as standalone plugins. Philip.
What's that, sorry?
Somebody's asking for Anna 2's FX and CMD as standalone plugins.
Yeah. Do I even have in my Sonic Alphas?
Let's see. Oh, I can't. Do you want me to cut over yet?
No,
we'll have to keep, because there's some secrets.
Yeah, some secret stuff in there.
Stuff.
Did I have a version that was just...
Hold on, sorry. Can I just... there's a Sonic Alphas Spaceship Delay. What?
Spaceship Delay. I honestly don't know what that one is. There's a Sonic Academy ARP. Let's see what that is.
Right.
I'll load it up and then maybe we can show it. It probably won't load.
I think it's going to be a Max for Live, is it?
No, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
There's no resources. We do when we were testing out the stuff, we had them all in blocks, you know what I mean? So you sort of like, you know, test them. So I think they're probably compilable somewhere. We could maybe
look at that.
If you can use Anna 2 and spit the MIDI out. I mean, we always get asked that question because it is quite complicated to do it.
No, hold up, but only in Logic.
No.
No, sorry.
You can't do it in Logic.
I can't do it in Logic, only in Ableton.
Yeah, the newest audio unit specification does allow MIDI output, but I don't think we've got it compiled yet for that. I must actually look at that. But for the VST, definitely works in Ableton all the time.
So there's going to be an updated AU specification that allows
I think
capture of audio?
it has been done,
Right.
but I'm just not sure if it's as easily to implement as the VST, and I don't know, it's something we need to check out. But yeah, you can use the VST if you just want to use. Can't use the effects. There's no way to run audio directly in yet, but yeah.
Somebody's on chat. How do we send some tracks? If you look at the scroller at the bottom of the screen, it does say Demo Doctor submissions to live@sonicacademy.com.
Yeah.
So if you want to get your tracks in there, will we head into Demo Doctor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So let's do it. Let's go over to. You're going to call up.
Yep. We've got our Demo Doctor. Oh, hide the folder.
Hide the folder. Hide the
Hide the
folder.
folder quickly.
Hide the folder of mystery.
Where was I? Demo Doctor. There we go. So the first one is Dave Cox 2901. And I'll get that at the start.
So kind of straight ahead techno affair.
Yep. Skip it on a bit. That effect.
Lovely sound design.
Yeah. Does that sound like Anna?
That
Anna
bass.
Stab? Anna Stab?
So if Dave Cox, don't know if you're any relation to Mr. Carl.
Would that go off for you? I suppose I would maybe go off in a club better, would it? You think that the bass would just rumble in?
Yeah, but we've got a pretty big system here, so you know it should feel clubby in here, shouldn't it? So to me,
to you,
does that sort of off bass feel a little bit bouncy? Not, techno's more groove than, it's a bit.
I don't know, I quite like it.
You know?
Quite like it because I think it's an NFT preset that I did. The only
Its fills are great.
Yeah. Don't know about that clap.
That one, the main one.
Yeah, not sure about claps in techno.
What?
Yeah.
You can have claps in.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can have claps in techno.
All right. So it could come across a bit harsh in a club, could it? It's nice. So it's
It
nice
could come
fill.
across, but it could also be quite scary in a club because it is quite. It pokes its head above quite loud, so it could be a little bit,
like that.
Yeah, no, it's cool sound design in this.
Again, we were sort of talking about this last week as well about maybe not enough. That. Anyway, it's nice that it's drony because there is sort of other stuff going, but it's like, do you want something else?
That's what I'm saying. Earlier on, I felt a little bit just on and off.
Yeah.
Rather than sort of something a bit more. You could do. But a cool track.
Yeah,
I really like
it just depends. Again, it depends whether you're going for like a more super driving thing, but I quite like that wee plunky thing coming in.
There's quite a good.
See, I think that clap to me sort of like not slows it down or something, but sort of takes away from that heaviness a bit.
Right.
Lightens it up too much, maybe.
It gives it the on-off sort of feel.
Maybe just a bit loud in the mix. Get some of those incidental sounds up more in the mix as well,
There's lots of good incidental. He's not just got one idea and repeating and repeating.
Yeah.
There's lots of changes and stuff. So, big respect, Dave. It's good. I do like this. I do.
Yeah, it's good.
I think it's really, really good. So the next track we have is Iquana.
No, it's probably it is Iquana, Myth of the Shadows.
Cool.
Sounds like psytrance.
Sounds like psytrance.
Get a lot of psytrance on that show.
So Mr. Darude is in the comments here. His worst piece of gear is the Yamaha 3D mixer. This, I kind of hear what he's doing rhythmically. I'm just getting a little bit, my brain's becoming a little bit confused.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that fight between the triplet rhythm and the straight rhythm.
Yeah. And thinking as a DJ perspective, trying to mix that,
it's really difficult. You would say your DJ point is up there, though there's still a triplet thing. Yeah, I mean that start is just a bit confusing, isn't it? Just
I
the
think
two rhythms going against each other.
It probably feels like trying to do too much to be a little bit clever, and it kind of just falls between two
I think
places.
you can go. I mean, I've heard plenty of tracks that do
Go
between the
between
triplets.
triplets, yeah.
But I think it's tricky having both of them. I think the only thing you can have both going together is just the kick. The dum
Yeah. I think, yeah, having
you know, and go from there.
having the art, but then once it lands, it's spot on.
How does it sound?
It sounds
Balance wise.
I think it's really tight. I really like the type. I like that change. It's kind of unusual.
Quite upbeat. Isn't it? Let's go to our dynamics. See what our loudness is like. Pretty well slammed there.
Somebody on the comments is saying, "Isn't Psychtron supposed to be confusing?" I'm not. Is it? I'm not sure.
I think it's beautifully complicated.
Beautifully challenging.
Yeah, I think it's.
I think there's
supposed to be a lot going on, but the rhythms need to be locked in.
Yeah,
Don't they?
I think they're.
Oh, hold on, we're going.
Oh.
Let's have that. I'll go back even. See how we handle this transition. I think it needs to do that. You know, it doesn't need to change the
Rhythm? The tempo?
Like, I think the tempo can change, but you could drop the tempo down in straight
Fourths?
and then have it like, and then just switch rhythms back. You don't have to try and mix them together.
If I was on the dance floor at this point, I'd be.
Yeah, what am I doing?
I don't know how to dance, and this girl really likes me, and I'm now looking like an idiot because I'm going.
I'd want that to be going, and then that vocal be more prominent because the vocal's a really nice vibe.
Yeah,
but all the other stuff is distracting away from it, I think. Yeah, if you can, just try and either pick the triplet or the. How are we dancing to this? There we go.
I see at this point it'd be all.
I'm okay here.
That's hooky.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Still haven't sped up. I can feel speeding up now.
Have we gone? Here we go. Oh, it's bending up as well. Oh, I like this. This is interesting.
I would have done that without the kick. Remember to switch to the.
Oh, it must be switched. There's some.
I was looking at that.
There's some brilliant ideas in there, but I think maybe just too many ideas at the moment. It's just a bit sort of strip it back a little bit.
What is it they say? People can sort of concentrate on three things at the same
not
time
me.
in a track.
No, not I.
Yeah. Three different three different sort of main elements in a track is what you want. I mean, obviously, like kicks and rhythm, drums can be one element. The hooky melody, and then maybe a vocal or the atmosphere, or whatever. But I think when you start going beyond that, it can be difficult. Just the polyrhythms.
Okay, let's go over to the chat here. Mr. Darude, world famous Mr. Darude, who I met probably 4 months ago. We were DJing together. He's a total gentleman and a lovely, lovely bloke. And we spent all night just chatting about gear and
nerding out.
Totally nerding out. He said the worst piece of gear he bought was a Yamaha 3D mixer. Never really got around to using it.
What was it?
Yamaha 3D mixer.
Was that like part of the? I had an 01V at one point.
Yeah. Right?
And it sounded terrible. Was it like one of the first digital mixers?
Shout out to Chris Hahn, whose worst piece of gear was the Aardvark Pro 2496. Is that a sound card?
I think it's a sound card, yeah.
Must be, I don't know it. And who else? Let me see. Somebody bought Ableton Live 10 upgrade and then decided to change DAWs 2 weeks later, so that's their, their worst piece of...
Why did they change DAWs?
I don't know.
Tell us.
Why did you change DAWs? That's silly.
What DAW are you changing to? That's better.
Somebody said they're a sucker for long intros, so they really like this. So look, guys, Ultra J, welcome to the show. Paradox, welcome. And DJ B Murder. I'm going to be murdering everybody's names, by the way.
Panorama.
So just bear with me. I'll just mumble everything out. So back over to.
So this is David Barbosa Pizarro, a long-time Sonic Academy user.
Yep.
Always very active.
Know the name.
Why is that so loud?
Don't know.
Oh. Sorry about that.
And Alex Chernov has come back. He changed to Bitwig now, which is due to OS switching to Linux. That's why he changed DAWs. But if you Bitwig and thing very similar.
Yeah.
You know.
So you can get Bitwig on Linux. That is interesting, isn't it?
If you're a nerd, yeah.
Yeah. You can get it on all sorts of devices. If you're a nerd.
Okay.
This is Standing in Rain by Dave. You want to go up a wee bit?
What does this remind me of? The intro seems so familiar to me.
Very essence of Midnight, strong.
It's probably a mixture, of the Midnight Course. But then, if you go back and listen to the Midnight Course,
It's not the same.
It's not the same, but it just reminds me of the Midnight.
Yeah. So the first thing that I actually love this track. I think it's really, really nicely done. It's maybe a bit thin. Could be a bit beefier in general.
Okay. It's hard. With synthwave, it is hard sometimes because sometimes people are going for that really thin 80 sound, and sometimes people are trying to update.
Yeah, I don't
genre.
think much. I think it's maybe not the bass. It's maybe more the lower mids. You just don't want to suck out too much there. But the thing that bothered me there was the vocal timings.
Are you going to sing your what do you think the timing should be?
The wizard of it.
It feels it's tripping up.
Can you see me standing here? Can you see me standing here?
So you just delay it a little bit.
Can you
down?
Can you see me
so you're on the two?
Here? Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That first one?
Yeah.
See, that one's right.
Okay, so his first one is doom.
But not at the first bit. It's not right. It's wrong there. That's right here. That's right.
Okay.
Right again.
So it's just a phrasing thing.
Yeah, just need to slide those.
And what do you think? Does the vocal develop in any way?
Yeah, there's a verse comes in. I think that verse pokes out a bit too much. Just knocks that down ever so slightly.
In terms of volume?
Yeah.
Okay.
My thoughts get in the way. This will call universal law as I watch it all blow away. Can you see me standing here? Can you see
And so would that be his chorus?
I'm guessing, yeah.
Is that okay?
I really like that bit.
Okay. Yeah. No. I mean that's
Let's see.
that's.
What else happens?
About 1,000 times you couldn't hear me.
It's the obligatory lead.
Yeah, it's a nice lead, that.
Can you see me standing here?
There's it's right again there.
Can you see me standing here?
Yeah.
So
I really like that track, actually. I think it just needs the vocals to just all zoomed into
And
place.
And I would relook at the performance of the verse. Just try and some of the diction I thought was a bit off. In
Yeah,
places.
and I don't. I mean, it's a nice bright vocal, but just in comparison to the rest of the song, I don't think it all needs to be just as bright. So maybe if you've got like a vitalizer or something on that, just maybe down 10%.
Okay, so over to some comments where Paradox Midnight Vibes again. Aaron Rosenberg, hello, welcome Aaron. Shout out. It's raining outside. The dance abandoned by your prom date, not porn date.
Chris, what are you talking about?
A date with Molly Ringwald. That's from Wonder Arp and Moldy Soul. Wouldn't mind a couple of incidental sounds or swishes and
Yeah, I
stuff.
think it probably needs something more to just keep that going, because it's like basically the same lip all the way along. You maybe just get a bit. Agree with that. Yeah.
That's absolutely cool. Yeah, I actually probably should read these comments before reading them out live on air. Lesson learned.
Just go through it in your head once.
Okay, so where are we next? What's
Got the Immortals Mortal Kombat.
it's going to be Psytrance theme week?
Yeah. There's another couple of dBs there of loudness you can get out of that, I'm sure, if you slapped a couple of limiters on there. Loud. What do you think so far?
I really like this.
Believable?
It's totally believable. Hey, look, it's a genre I'm not hugely au fait with.
Yeah, you know what a Bang of Trance track
Yeah, no,
sound like.
it all from the James Diamond courses and Activa had Psytrance and Shadow Chronicles, of course, the genius that is Nate Protoculture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds totally believable. Lots of incident, and they build their track. I mean, it's all about the incidental sounds in these things.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, this is obviously a remix of.
Do you know the original?
I'm assuming it's from the game. Like,
Yeah. Did you play Mortal Kombat?
I played it. Yeah, I played Mortal Kombat. But I don't remember there particularly being
I'm getting confused between Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter.
Yeah, I played
I know
both.
Street Fighter. I don't know Mortal Kombat.
Hadouken.
See, I'm too young.
Street Fighter, wasn't it? Hadouken. Hadouken.
Yeah, look, I suppose there's not loads to say. It sounds great. It's believable.
Johnny Cage, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Sonya.
Yeah.
If you're at a club like with that Mortal Kombat like thing mean anything to you, or
Not to me, but I'd see it meaning to some people.
Round 2.
Brilliant.
yeah, I think That's really well done. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you know.
Well, I don't think there's much advice we can get. You know, it's
Yeah.
You've got a theme there. You've got a hook.
Sounds good.
It sounds good. Sound design's all good. The incidental sounds are all good.
Breaks are down.
Yeah.
Slams
Arrangements
back in. Sounds loud enough.
Somebody on here would says this slaps.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that
I think
that
it's
means
banging.
that means it's good. Somebody's asking. Alexei Chervnov is asking. No, it's not him. Sorry, Stuart Rogers asking what plugin are we using to play back the tracks?
Metric AB. It's on Plugin Alliance.
And if you want to know more about this, Stuart, we actually have Protoculture does.
Yeah, we did a course on it.
He does a course.
Yeah.
I'll show you how to do it. So what's
Can
up?
you get where's the course? So we can show.
Where's the course?
Let's see on freaking.
If you go to Sonic Academy
Yeah.
and if you type metric, just type metric. Don't
Just-
no no
oh,
don't
oh,
even
sorry.
don't even.
Okay, switch the.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna
Just type
go
metric.
metric.
Look, and even before you've finished metric,
There we go.
the course is there.
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah, so you can check that out. I think it is quite expensive, but they do offers on it.
Yeah.
So I think it has it been 29 quid yet, or is it
Don't-
69?
but-
69 I think was they did a mega special on it. But I use it all the time for like just referencing. Thing I've been doing recently when I've been doing pop stuff is going and getting acapellas off like dodgy acapella sites. You know, so like pop acapellas, and you can like then do references against your vocal tracks as well,
Okay.
just to make sure that they're like sort of you're in the ballpark.
So you're soling your vocal and soling their acapella.
Yeah.
But how do you know the acapella hasn't got all sorts of phasing shit going on?
Well, you just pick ones that are like you know from
Proper
packs
okay.
and stuff. You know what I mean? If you go on, there's a couple of sites out there about it. In case we get banned or something. You know, but it's
I
illegal.
think we have Owl on here. This is his track, so good job.
Oh,
Owl.
yeah?
Yeah, really like it. So let's jump over to the next.
It's a good one. Okay, we've got Synchronicity. Fabio Garces. Is he on the?
Is
on
he
the chat, Fabio?
Fabio, if you're on the chat, give us a shout.
I haven't heard this one, I think, yet. This is an interesting track.
I haven't heard this myself.
Sort of quite bass heavy, maybe.
Right.
Maybe just around this region, like the 2 to 4K region, sounds a bit. Oh,
There you go.
there you go. It's back. Yeah, I think when I listened to this the first time, I'll skip it on. I'll see if I can find it. There's lots of really nice bits and elements. See that bit there?
There's
That there.
yeah. There's Depeche Mode vibes going on here.
Yeah. Again, I'm hearing those. It's like I think there's. I kind of get where this is coming from. You want to be trying to be, super original and not, sticking to the regular formula for stuff. And I think there's the wee sort of polyrhythmic thing going on there again. Why is it not playing? Oh, why does it always do that? So annoying. Just that thing in the that thing in the background, I think, just takes away a bit from the rhythm. 'Cause I really love that, like wee bongo bit. I would like to keep that going on, like loop up that wee section.
Genre-wise, what I wouldn't know how to define this. It's kind of
Is it not sort of like is it not almost the Patrice Barbel sort of like deep prog?
deep, yeah, kind of, yeah, I suppose.
It's maybe just a bit more left field than.
It's quite scary and dark.
We'll see how the breakdown does. Yeah, I didn't really gel with this bit. Thought it took it to. Again, if I'm in a club, I'm going to get a drink probably now.
Sort of
Yeah.
Got to when you're creating these things, always think about the clubber, think about where this is going to be played and your audience is, and sort of, maybe you're not thinking about the club, maybe it's meant to be for home listening, but I would always think, is this too dull for a dance floor? I used to make big long breakdowns,
Yeah,
and
I just think,
I did see people leave the floor being too long.
Yeah. Well, I think you need some rhythmical element, even if it's just like something in the background that people can at least nod their like that wee thing. If you kept just like a loop of that going.
Saying that musically, it's building nicely. It's
Yeah.
getting the tensions there. It's getting.
I like that. This section here sounds really nice. I think you need that sound there.
See, I can picture this at sort of 3 a.m. in the club, and just everyone's
Yeah.
slayed, and this is just mind bending. Although it is sonically, it's all very full. Isn't it?
Yeah. It's like this. It's like all the right ideas. It's got loads of creativity in this track. It's like loads of really interesting sounds, but it just needs to be pulled together in a bit more of a solid way. Just trying. I would, if it was me, I'd be trying to get rid of some of those, whether it's maybe delay times that aren't locked to the track, or the polyrhythms that are just not.
Genre-wise, somebody is describing it as John Carpenter techno. I think that's pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty on the money for it. So what have we got next?
Why is this always on there? Oh, why does it do that?
I don't know why it does that.
Stop
doing that. Metro KB.
Next we have Dream. What's this? Who's this? This is Mark Stanford. Dream 1 to 5 BPM. For a bit of classic vibes with a kick.
To me, it feels like it needs a little bit of atmosphere or some sort of layer of something, some sort of just something shimmering in the background, just just to make it sound bigger. It's all very tight, clean sounds. It's just a little bit too clean for me.
Yeah, it's hard to tell without speaking to Mark, but whether he is purposely going for a super retro vibe with like the kick and stuff, or whether that is just the sounds that he sort of had, or.
And looking at the waveform there, Phil, is
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I think so. Again, I can only talk about this and what I would do if it was my track.
Yeah.
Change the kick, get a sort of more modern kick. I think that 808 or the 909 that's sort of there is just it doesn't really gel for me. And just the simplicity of the sort of low end, where it's just you need something, either a low percussion sound. I'm saying loads.
I've got loads of samples of Bakakudum.
Low shizzle.
Low shizzle, yeah. Well, like toms filtered down, maybe some filter delays.
Or like just another bass in there to sort of, counter some of the stuff.
It feels a bit sort of dump.
Or, I mean, if you really wanted to stick with that simplicity, that kick and that bass need to be like really mega. Like that kick has to be so cool, and the bass has to be like a real, big proggy sort of
kitsch. You're trying to nail that retro-y thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we unfortunately we're starting to get pushed for time, so we'll have to quickly move on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think develop the idea a little bit
Yeah,
more.
like Mark, if you're watching, let us know what you're sort of aiming for, and we can sort of chat about it in a bit if you come on. If not, maybe see you next week.
Into the ether.
Into the ether.
And this is 11.
Into the ether. What is this one? This is going to be exciting. What do you reckon? From the waveform, what sort of music does it look like?
Progressive.
Think progressive?
There's a big breakdown. It's either trance or progressive. Oh, nailed it!
Nice atmospheric start. Simple but atmospheric, like that noise that's coming in.
Yeah, I like this. I like this.
Was expecting maybe something else bigger to happen there, like.
Wait for it. Patience. This is progressive. It has to progress.
Just like an incidental sort of like sort of sound effecty type thing. Just the way that sound just get layered rather than something else happening.
Okay.
That seems like quite a short space of time
For the bass drop.
introducing the bass and dropping to it. It's like people have just got into the wee groove on the dance floor. Like this, like stop already. I like that.
I like this.
Yeah. That wee thing, I'd have brought that in a wee bit earlier. Like
That choir is great.
yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's nice.
Again, I think the bass could do with a sub underneath it.
Yeah.
There's something to drive it along. Just a really subtle, sort of really nice roundy bass. But cool.
So you've got like probably 6 bars there, and you've only got like 1 bar there. I would definitely be sort of extending that a bit before you do the break.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen here? What's gonna happen?
I don't know, but I don't know if we have time for it to happen.
It's fine.
That drum roll actually reminds me of early BT drum rolls where I used to filter down the snares and do a phaser. Loved it. See there, right? Stop. He needs to go with a big bass line. Just explode there. He needs
Yeah.
to just really.
Do it in time. I think. To Chris. Agreed. Get more nears. Just needs that thing that's just gonna like,
Hook, just grab you, I think.
or just before that drops, you go, oh, the big vocal.
Yeah, I really accentuate it and bring it out.
Yeah.
Perfect. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel.
Oh,
Hit the bell button. We promise not to destroy your ears next week. Smash the like. Leave us comments. We just quickly do this last track.
yeah, we'll do. Yep.
And then we want to get on to notes. So over to the last track. It is Vic River. And this is kind of like a main stage.
Main room, big room.
Main room, big room. Big stage.
Is that what they play main room these days? Who we talking is DJing? 'Cause I know like
I would have said this is sort of Nicky Romero-y.
yeah, they
type.
sort of changed a bit. didn't they?
Yeah, I think this genre's changed a little bit. What do you call it? Like Mike and whoever the number 1 DJs are.
Maybe someone can tell us in the comments. Maybe
Yeah, it seems a bit randomly out of time.
Yeah.
And it throws me here then.
It's all good though. It's all
It's
filled in solid. Really nice.
I can totally hear this on main stage. Like I can hear it tomorrow, world, land.
It's a nice sound there. Do you need a vocal or something?
I think with all these things, they always help with the vocal. You know, is it like your German rapper going, "Hello, mama,
Yeah.
come on, mama, throw your hands up." Yeah, let me hear you. Scoot up, back in the house.
That's big. Pick there.
I don't know, Vic, if you're on the chat, please jump in.
Say hello.
Did it
Keeping me teased.
kind of change rhythm there again? You need a trumpet. A DJ that plays a trumpet.
Can we not have this bit with like a kick drum?
Hey, you better come back in with that section.
You could even get like a kick drum that's like, do you know those like sort of more doinky kick drums with like actually have a tone to them? Really good track though. I really
There's
like
actually
it.
really exciting elements in it.
Yeah.
There's really like sort of
Yeah, my only slight just thing is that section just happens there and then you never hear it again. It doesn't sort of.
It sounds very
high.
polished. It sounds very professional.
polished, yeah.
Let me see what the comments are saying. Awesome track. I think it would save the huge tonal kick for the drop, just as you said. That dom 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 dom.
Yeah.
Let me see those effing hands. Somebody else said. Can we get a vocal sample pack from Phil and Chris? I think not. So, guys,
we're gonna do one German
rapper.
German rapper.
So, guys, last week we ran a competition to win a 1 year subscription, a copy of Anna 1 and a copy
Have we
of
got a
Kick.
winner?
We have got a winner.
We got a winner.
And it's a friend of Sonic Academy, a guy called Deadly Custard.
Deadly Custard.
Deadly Custard, who enters lots of remix competitions and is very active. He said what floats his boat is Floating Points, who's an act.
Yeah.
Max Cooper, who I think is from Belfast.
Max Cooper.
He is from Belfast.
He lives in Canada or something now, though.
I
doesn't
think
he?
somewhere like that. John Hopkins, Robert Kutch. I've been listening to Robag Room recently
What
too.
was that? There was an amazing Max Cooper track.
There's loads. I
One with
was
the green cover.
I was checking out Max Cooper stuff a couple of weeks ago. It was really, really good. It's like he is like a John Hopkins-y type sort of dude. Really, really cool. So, Deadly Custard, you have probably got a subscription. You've probably got Anna too. You've probably got
There you go.
So there you
All
go.
good.
But, so sorry about that. Don't forget we have a competition this week. I will remind you we are looking for the worst piece of gear you've ever purchased. And you will win. We will pick randomly somebody, win a £50 voucher. So it is time to go over to Node. Who wants to see Node? Hit me up in the chat. Node. Who wants to see Node? Hit me up in the chat. So here we go.
Okay, so Node.
What?
Chris,
is-
tell us all about Node. Okay, so basically, when we were originally doing Anna 2 and we were creating waveforms, we created a small waveform app to create our HD waves. So there wasn't really anything out at the time where we could like draw our own like waves and export them at the resolution we wanted to. So we created this wee app and it was just a single cycle and you could draw points in. And I was like, hold on a minute, people would like this, you know what I mean? There's nothing out there for us, so I was like, okay, cool. So we started going, we'll make something for the public, and started developing it. And then I was like, what if? Because we got into like the wavetable thing. What if, like, we, you could go from one of these, because if you look at it, go to node there.
There we are, node.
What if you could go from one waveform to another and animate these nodes between them, and you could create all these crazy wave shapes? So basically, that's what we did. We created a system where you can have 9. So 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 slots or frames where you can draw in nodes and then animate the nodes so the nodes can move about.
So they kind of morph
Yeah.
between.
So I'll create a new patch and we'll do something basic. So we'll create a saw. There we go, as we saw.
Let's hear it. Sounds like exactly like a saw to me.
So first off, I should say this is not a synth.
Yeah.
This is a wavetable creation device, and it'll be coming in a plugin form, so you can do it in your DAW and then export to whatever. And it's also coming in a standalone version. So once you've sort of created your waveforms, you can export into a variety of places.
Hold on. So this is kind of interesting. So you can export for ANA 2, you can export for Serum, you can export for Ableton Wavetable.
Yeah, and basically anyone that uses the sort of framed wavetables, you should be able to export. You just have to find out how sort of long the samples are per frame, and then you can export it. You can export singles as well, so you can do just a single
Cycle.
cycle, yeah, from just export a single frame there. So anyway, that's kind of what it does. So what we'll do is we'll create another thing. So we can use these nodes that are already here.
So this is our second frame.
This is our second frame, but we can like move them, for example.
Okay.
So we're already sort of creating like a pulse width saw. Am I on the wrong thing? Yeah, I'm not actually playing node. There we go.
Somebody's asking, does it export to VPS Avenger and or Pigments?
We haven't tried yet.
Yes.
If you use the same standard wavetable format that Serum and Anna use, then I don't see why not. We will be looking into all the different synths at the time.
So the synths are Dune 3.
June 3 is slightly different. I know they June 2 and you did a different type of wavetable where it was all sort of built in, but I think June 3 maybe is doable.
Okay.
Basically, if you can, the ones that come with Serum, if you can load them into it, then you can load this into it.
Okay. So you've created a pulse width.
You can make that super thin. You can even make it go away. And then we can transform that again into, say, a square. We can actually add extra nodes, and it should keep the other nodes were in their place. And then we can do crazy stuff like put curves in. So I can just do something like this. Put an S curve. Make like a really strange. Any other comments coming through there?
Node, whoa. Yeah, very excited for this plugin. That's from DJ Bermuda. Aaron Rosenberg was asking about the Avenger. Techalite, who's our moderator on our forums. Looks very cool, guys. Coming from the original Anywave.
That's right, yeah.
That's what we were originally calling it.
Yeah.
And so fans demand that we do a German rapper sound pack. So, you know.
Yeah, we'll do it.
I'm pretty sure you'll regret doing that.
So, like, I've made all sorts of crazy stuff there. And we can just keep copying.
And modifying.
Doing weird stuff. Let's get that. Make those really big. Make super big saw sounds. Get them right in the middle. I don't know what I'm doing here, but just making. I'll just keep making stuff so we can see the transition between.
You can copy the frames, can you?
You can copy the frames, yeah. So you can just Alt and drag.
So you could copy frame 2 to frame 8, like that.
Yeah.
And then make that. Yeah.
And then we'll go back to, say, this one randomly.
Okay.
And then we can turn on, we've got an automatic sort of LFO thing we can turn on. So it gives you a rough idea of what it's gonna.
So you can pre-audition the sound and go.
Yeah,
like,
to audition the sound just so if you're wanting to see transitions, you can do it. And then we can export. So we've got it all set up there. We'll call this live demo, and we want to select all the frames and export to all. So now that we've done that, we go into Anna 2, for example. Switch over our, and then what do we call it? Live demo. So there's our waveform in Anna 2, and you can obviously add then LFOs, do whatever you want in there.
So, I mean, a really simple process. So, does that export to the correct folder and just appears in Anna? Wow.
Yeah, so that just appears there, and I've set it up in my user folder.
Okay.
My user 3D Waves folder.
So in Node, you define where it goes
you
to.
define where it goes initially, yeah.
And
then we have, it should be in Serum as well. Actually, you just need to reload the plugin to get it to show up. User should be in there too.
Live demo, there you go. Unison.
It's nice to have transition there.
So there you go. I mean, that's
basically it. We are going to be releasing, I believe we do have a release date. Brian, can you shout the release date in? Brian?
He's next door.
I think the release date is around the middle of March.
Middle of March.
No,
that comes with a caveat.
No, I think we are, because we have a promotion thing set up with Ableton, I think, so that's happening in the second or third week of March.
It's gone out to a few select beta testers.
Yeah, it works with Ableton Wavetable as well. So and we're going to be, I'll go and check out. Well, if you have any synths you want us to look at, pop them in the comments there, and we'll take a look at them this week. So we got APS Avenger, Pigment,
June
3, yeah.
3, and
I'll
anything
check
else
all those out this week.
we maybe have missed. So yeah, you can see it's quick, really simple process. It's kind of like it's really, if you're into sound design and making synthy
if you like making wavetables, I mean, there's nothing. I mean, you can actually load in samples, and then you can morph and warp them using the nodes as well. So you can like stretch and pull, kind of like Serum's sort of warp modes. Okay. But you can actually define the warp points and stretch and move different sections and have it all doing crazy stuff.
If you're super into making really crazy noises, this is the plugin for you. It's not a synth. It's not a, you're not going to sit and play it or anything. It's a standalone.
The other thing it's actually really good for, that we've used it for a couple of times, Matt Thomas sent us over a bunch of analog waveforms.
Yep.
So say, for example, you have a Juno or JP8 or whatever, Jupiter 8, and you can sample like the first part of the pulse width.
Yes.
You can sample the middle bit of the pulse width and sample the end, and then you can put nodes along those points, and it'll actually then create a warp between all those points, and so you're maintaining the sort of essence of the wave table, but you're still able to like morph and do stuff that you couldn't normally do through normal wavetaping, because normal wavetaping would be like interpolating the volumes rather than actually moving and stretching the waves. So that
So there you go. That's anything else? Any other business?
Anything else? I don't know. Check the comments. See. if
Check the
there's-
comments. Let me see. People are asking for Viper Synthmaster. I think they're fairly standard. Can't quite mind. And yep, the GUI is definitely very neat and user friendly to make great work. And yeah, we just want to probably give you a quick look at tomorrow's course, which is coming up.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a biggie. We think.
Yeah.
It's
Dom Kane.
Dom Kane. So
Remixing.
we're going to play a little ad and reveal everything. So here's tomorrow's course. Just to get a preview. It should be out by the end of day tomorrow. So enjoy.
Would you like to know how I remix Deadmau5 Caritas? In this video series, I show you exactly how, as I recreate it from start to finish, going through everything from warping and cutting up original parts to developing a breakdown and melodic ideas, building the drums, the groove, adding effects, and even developing an alternative breakdown before finally arranging it all out. To watch this 2.5-hour course and hundreds of other courses like it, simply subscribe to sonicacademy.com.
So there you go. Dom Kane's going to show you how he remixed Deadmau5's Caritas track. It was a very, I think, a 1-minute orchestral piece and how he pulled, stretched it, warped it, and turned it into electronic track. So really interesting. How you
checked it out yet, so I'll have to do that.
So yeah, check it out. So guys, that's it from me and from.
Yep, thanks for joining us. As always, if you have any questions for us or for next week's show, hit us up on comments on Facebook, Twitter. Do we just
And don't forget, so we have a comp. Post your worst piece of gear that you've ever purchased, and we will give you pick one winner, and they will win a £50 voucher to spend how they like on the site.
Yeah, and if you have any other ideas for the live show, anything you want to see us do, the format, if we're doing too many demos, if we're not doing enough demos, if you want to see like another Fix My Mix, or you want us to look at anything particular, we are all ears.
Something I'd love to see is some sound design. So Phil getting out Anna 2 and just making sounds and showing you.
Yep, I can do that. So if you have any sounds that are in tracks you want to know how they're made, then I will certainly take a look and see if I can make them.
So the last comment is any news on Anna 3?
Any news on Anna 3?
No. Calm down.
Oh, calm down. I think we will be doing Kick 3 before we do Anna 3.
Sorry, what? We're doing Kick 3? Who knows?
Maybe.
Who knows? Guys, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you all very, very soon. Hopefully this time next week. Don't forget, Thursdays, 8 p.m. GMT, always on YouTube, and we'll be posting links and everything. And you can rewatch this either on YouTube or you can rewatch it on the site if you want. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell button, ding, 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 and that'll notify you when we're live again. All right, so see you all.
Yep.
Very, very
Catch
soon.
us later.
What's the button? Hit us out.
Outro. I don't know. I don't think it's actually hooked up.